Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm going to explain a little bit about the video you're about to see because, well, life got really hectic and busy for me. I was in the middle of doing so much. Like, I had food to process. I was taking things out of my little freezers and processing the food. The grapes, well, I put them in the refrigerator and now I want to share with all of you. I know. They're amazing and they stayed so fresh. So today's video is about a bunch of different things. It's a bunch of different things I'm doing to get my life back on track. Back on track. Well, let me tell you what. All of you know what it's like to be a little bit under the weather for a little while, and then you have so much. And that's one thing about homesteading is when you're under the weather a little bit, it's just like everything just comes upon you at once. And it's hard to get yourself back on track. It was actually hard for me to make videos because the videos that you were seeing were, a couple of them were ones that I've done previous, and then I put in a couple of videos of current just to get those videos out there that week, and now we are current again. But I didn't have the energy to like film, and so it was a struggle for me. But I'm happy to report that I am slowly getting my life back on track. That means a lot of different things, and that means getting my house back in order. My goodness, you know, it's only two of us. It's hard to believe how bad the laundry backs up, how bad the refrigerator gets, how bad the trash gets. You know, you gotta empty the trash cans. And cleaning. My husband does a lot to help me out, but it's not quite the same as me cleaning the floors and the laundry and the things like that. So this video is getting my life back on track. I'm going to show you, I'm working through the rest of the grapes, and then I'll talk to you a little bit. Because the grape juice is scalding hot, I do not can this. This is open kettle method. I do not can this after I put it in because the juice is scalding hot, the jars will be hot, the lids will be hot, and then it self-seals. So this is grape juice. The worst thing that can happen is it can turn into wine if it's not sealed. So it always seals, and I don't need to can it. Alright, so while I'm waiting for that to steam, I'm working on making some of my homemade body powder. So for years I used talc, and talc is not good for you. But all the body powder that I love has talc in it. And talc it's just not the best thing to use. So I make my own. So we have Arrowroot is what I use. Now this is it's edible. This is for like flour. But this is great as a silky powder for body powder. In other words, if you get out of the shower and you like to have powder, which I do. I love putting a little bit on before bed. I just love having that. And this goes a long way, and you're not going to be using talc. I love patchouli, and that is my favorite scent. I like sandalwood. I like the the memories of the 70s, and that's what I'm going to be using. You can use rose essential oil, which I also do sometimes, but this is what I'm going to mix up today. In the steamer, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about with love and a pinch of salt. I really love these old 1940s, 1950s, 1960 homemaker books. Meet the author of Jessie Rice. And she's got some really neat things that she wants to say about creativity. So let's dive into the book and let's see what we can learn about being creative in our home. Start looking, smelling, seeing, and learn to enjoy the things that you already have. Enjoy the things that's around you that you usually take for granted. There's a good one. Start your own file. Make recipes, poems, and stories. and saving them. Try a new hairdo once in a while. Boy, that's been a long time since I tried a new hairdo. Make your own Christmas gifts. Do things that give you a break in life. Listen to music. Read books. Oh, I love these books. Learn to make homemade bread. Why is that always something that people will say about the creative home, is homemade bread? Always set a pretty table, even if it's just for you and your husband. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'm going to share with you more of my journey of everything that we're doing here. So we still didn't get the deck painted because now we're having record rain. So I think it's because of all these hurricanes and things like that. So we didn't have rain almost all summer long, and now it's just wet and rainy and damp. But we will be getting that deck painted hopefully this year yet, and that's the last of the big chores that we have to do, thank goodness. And now I got my refrigerators cleaned out, I got my freezers cleaned out, I got everything, just what needs to be done. I'm still harvesting tomatoes, and look at my flowers and my herbs. Aren't they so sweet? I love flowers and herbs and things like that. I'm actually getting some strawberries in the garden, just enough to eat while I'm out there. So I think I have everything back in order. Didn't start the wood stove yet. My husband keeps saying he wants to start the wood stove. I'm like, Kenny, it's 60 degrees. We are not starting the wood stove yet. You know, it's like a new toy and you can't wait to use it. Our plumbing is doing really well. Everything works perfect in our plumbing. We have no issues there. So that is great. We tied everything into the sewer, and that was a concern of mine. I thought, oh boy, is this sewer going to be able to handle it? And it does. So we are very thankful for that. And I'm just ready to look forward into the fall and into the winter time and taking it easy. So it is getting darker early, and at 7 o'clock I make sure my video comes up, and then what I like to do is I will turn off the computer and I lay on my new sofa that I got this summer and I read books. So I love reading books in the winter time and in the fall. I have a light right next to me, and it's just so much easier for me to get myself nestled and ready for bed. Well, take care everyone, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow.